Emergency rooms can't turn you away because of your inability to pay. And that's thanks to a little law called EMTALA. EMTALA stands for the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. Now, to us today in 2024, that seems like common sense. But for the history of most private hospitals, it wasn't standard practice. It wasn't odd for hospitals to turn someone away or straight up kick them out once they found out that they couldn't pay or didn't have insurance. There's even stories like where a woman was crowning while she was having a baby, and hospital administration found out that her husband lost his job and therefore his insurance, and decided to put an IV in her, stop everything that they were doing medically, and put her in an ambulance and sent her to a county hospital. Congress got wind of this and decided to pass EMTALA. The law was clear and to the point, only 4 pages, and it basically said hospitals can't turn you away for any reason, including your inability to pay. But that is currently being challenged. States with conservative legislatures are putting all-out bans on reproductive health, including abortions. And for some, it's an all-out ban, point blank, period. One example is Idaho, where abortion is only legal in the case to prevent a woman's death. But EMTALA goes in direct contrast of this law and laws like it, because it gives hospitals the opportunity to turn someone away if it's not a life-threatening situation and they need an abortion. Whereas EMTALA requires hospitals to give direct stabilizing care to anyone that's in need. So the Biden administration is suing. They're claiming that the law in Idaho is 100% invalid. So far, a federal court has agreed with the Biden administration and an appeals court has agreed with Idaho. And the next stop is the Supreme Court. Now, Justice Sonia Sotomayor asked a question, essentially asking if the law would allow procedures to be done even if the woman wasn't at risk of death, but would have life-altering circumstances.
She was in and out of the hospital up to 27 weeks. The baby died, she had a hysterectomy, and she can no longer have children.
And she said that delaying an abortion caused this woman to lose her fertility.
All right, you're telling me the doctor there couldn't have done the abortion earlier?
And the Idaho attorney responded,
again, it goes back to whether a doctor can, in good faith medical judgment.
And then an unexpected person chimed in. That was Amy Barrett. She was one of the conservative Supreme Court justices that was put in there by Donald Trump. And she's said to be very anti-choice and very pro-adoption. She has adopted children of her own. But she said this because she was completely caught off guard by Idaho's response.
Well, you're hedging. I mean, Justice Sotomayor is asking you, would this be covered or not? And it was my understanding that the legislature's witnesses said that these would be covered.
Now, that from her came completely out of left field. So we're going to see what happens with this case.